Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's shaking more hands these days. That's right. That's all right. See ya.
Well, when I was working with you, we were talking about
All right. Get started then. Welcome, everyone.
Kenny Rogers.
I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for April the 15th, 2019, with a roll call, please.
Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Board Member Alan Calloway.
Here.
Police Chief Don Combs. Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Bobby Mills. City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
City Coordinator Brian Messmore.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, any announcements? You guys got anything for this meeting? I'll just make one. I know everybody has been aware about the US 50. The state didn't do a really good job of giving anybody any notice. But they told us that first 2 weeks will be the worst, and then most of that work they're going to get done in evenings. Mostly, I think it's going to go from like 7. It's going to be a 9 p. to 7 a, I believe. And but the one thing that they did find out was they did some testing that because at first they thought they may have to take parts of US 50 completely down to the dirt, and they did find out that it's not that bad. So that's a good thing. That would have taken a lot longer. So they're trying to work with us. We've been just telling everybody to bear with it. It'll be nice when it's done, but it's just trying to navigate all over the county to get from here to home. I mean, it's just difficult enough. So anyway, just hang in there, and if we get any additional information, we'll share it, whatever we hear. So that's all I had for announcements for this meeting. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Approve.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Committee reports, Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
All I have tonight, Your Honor, is just want to remind everybody about Thursday night. We're having a little event for John Stamer for his 50 years. So, and that'll be at 6 o'clock. So anybody can come on down. We'll have a couple informal presentations for him because he's not a real formal guy. So it'll be a good time.
John's a good guy. That's at 6,
Yes.
John? Okay. All right. Police Chief Don Combs.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want the board to know that both of our cars are completed now. They're both on the road. As I mentioned before, the other one's been ordered, as well as the one that's been wrecked. And we have our bicycles been maintenance too, so we're going to start getting out there as well. And along with this traffic, we get many complaints, but there's not a whole lot that we can do. I've got my guys watching the intersections too, and that's where the most complaints are, where the cars creep out in the intersection and the red light comes and the side traffic can't move. So, we're doing the best we can, but we get calls too.
One thing I do want to add, I want to thank you for the additional patrols at the parks, especially during the warm evenings. I know there was some Facebook chatter and things going on, and but it was addressed, and they were very appreciative. So appreciate that.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right. EMS Director Bobby Mills.
Mayor, the run totals for the month of March, 156 calls, and I passed them all out.
Okay.
Any questions?
All right.
That's all I have tonight.
Okay. New business. Jenny Felix, summer help, new hires.
Thank you, Mayor. In your packet are a list of 38 summer help applicants that I'd like to request the board's approval to go ahead and hire for the season. And this is just for the Civil City side. The pool side is something that Dee Abbott and Brandon Abden, our managers, are currently working on hiring right now.
Okay. Any questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve the summer help, a list that we have in front of us.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Thanks, Jane. Thanks for your work on that.
Thank you.
Question,
Yes, go ahead.
Have all these applicants been, do they have to go through drug testing or anything?
They do. So that all happens on May 11th. Their first day is June 3rd, I think the first Monday in June. But May 11th is when is the big orientation that consists of, you know, the pre-employment screenings, which includes the background check and drug screening.
And then after that, is there backups to backfill if somebody doesn't make it?
No.
This was about everybody applied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
What kind of percentage of high school compared to college do we have this year?
I tried to take a stab at that because I had a similar question, Paul. I would say it's probably 60-40 high school.
Okay.
Percentage wise. That's my best guess based upon the kids I did know and that remembered they graduated already or whatever.
Okay.
So that's my best guess.
And then the only other question I get asked sometimes, and I'll tell you what kind of answer I give them. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can be corrected tonight. Is sometimes people ask me, well, summer's over and we still have some, but do they come back on vacation, on holidays and things to make their money too?
That's on an as needed basis, from what I've.
Well, and that's fine because I believe in helping these kids put money in their pockets, and it's school's a big burden. So I'm glad to see them coming back when they need it. I guess my statement to them was we're not having anybody here working full time.
Oh no.
They go to school and then they come in and out and they report, I guess, as needed, and it's helping them still go through college or whatever.
Yes. The only place that I know that there has been some work done in Civil City is at the police station.
Mm-hmm.
Or the what are you guys, the scanning you guys got going on? And then LMU.
But it still helped. It is a help for the college kids, right?
Right, yeah.
But that's, yeah.
I-
Nobody's full time.
I
Right.
have one more question, and this might be really stupid, but I see a couple from Morris Hill and a couple from West Harrison. Do those kids go to Lawrenceburg?
Honestly, I'd have to check each individual person to see. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them might have been a rehire from last year. But I can check on them and get back with you and let you know.
The reason I'm asking that is because if they don't come to Lawrenceburg,
Mm-hmm.
could we as a city maybe reach out to these different entities to maybe start up a program like we have to help out the kids and maybe help out a lot more than what Morris Hill and West Harrison's doing?
Yeah, Leah, like those individual communities?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why
I
not.
think it would be a great program if that's the only program they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
If we could reach out to them and help them start a program like we have, then I think that we could help a lot more kids in those areas than them having to come to us. So,
Well, I think Aurora does a little bit of summer help.
Yeah.
Greendale does a handful, I believe, not counting the pool. Other than that, I don't know, Mooch, if there's any.
I mean, I'd be willing to help reach out to another community, you know, to,
It's a money thing
you know,
Mm-hmm.
for them to be able to afford to pay for their summer help.
so we may be able to reach to Harrison to help the West Harrison people that,
Oh,
so just be something to think about. Maybe kick around and reach out to them and see what can happen.
Yeah, sure.
okay.
Okay, that's all I
Any other questions? All right, we had a motion and we voted that in, but under old business, the only thing I have is, Mike, you got the pothole repair bids?
Yes, Your Honor, we had 2 bidders that submitted quotes. What I'd like to do tonight is open, just make sure they've got everything. It's a unit cost quote.
Okay.
Then I will provide a tabulation sheet and present it to the board for the next meeting for you guys to award.
This is for the city streets.
Just all pothole repair and, different patching. Paul H. Rowe is the first one. And it does appear that they have all the required information. Dave O'Mara is the second one. And it also appears that they have the required information. So I will go through these. I'll give you guys a tabulation sheet with each of them's prices and how we score them, and you guys can award it from there.
Okay, I'd like to
I guess we'd need a motion to take
table it. I'd like to, yeah, at least table it. That way it gets put on the agenda for next meeting. So, can I get a motion to, take the pothole repair bids under advisement to be placed on the next meeting agenda?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. I have no other old business for this meeting. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. We'll have council as soon as we're seated. I'd like to call City Council meeting for April 15th, 2019 to order. All stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can I get a roll call, Mr. Richardson?
Yes. Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Aaron Cook.
Here.
Councilperson Mel Davis.
Here.
Councilperson Randy Abner.
Here.
Councilperson Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Police Chief Don Combs. Here. Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Bobby Mills. City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
City Coordinator Brian Messmore. City Court Judge Joe Johns.
Present.
Mayor Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
All right. Announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs. Mr. Cook?
Well, I have one thing. It's not really a street, alley, or curb, but it's a parking lot. The city redevelopment parking lot at the corner of Tate and Front has a CenturyLink line hanging down about 8 to 10 feet above the parking lot. And the city put some barricades on there, but people keep moving them. So someone's going to hit that because some of the Proximo trucks drive through there sometimes.
Is it a Comcast line?
No, actually, I called LMU and they called Xfinity 'cause they thought it was theirs, but it was CenturyLink.
It's CenturyLink?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's CenturyLink, but go ahead, Mario.
So we can put something a little more sturdy, a little more permanent, to keep it from getting tore down and making them mess.
Yeah, they put four of the plastic barricades on there, but I don't know if people move them or the wind blows them, but they keep, yeah.
Okay. All right. Right down there by the adult center you're talking
Correct,
about, right?
yeah. Between the adult center and the license branch.
Got it. Okay. Yes.
Speaking of we did check the lighting situation at the crosswalk there
Mhm.
at the Proxima. The one side, which we have a street light on, is well lit. The other side there at the guard shack itself is pretty dim.
Okay.
Spoke with the plant manager, the GM over there. He's actually gonna install a wall pack light on their side, LED, so it should light up.
Yeah, that should help. Yeah, that sounds good.
Good, okay. Anything else, Aaron?
That's all I had, Mayor.
Okay, thanks. Finance, Mr. Abbott.
We're good.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Seymour.
Everything's looking good. They're power washing things, cleaning things. I'm sure they're busy cutting grass now.
Yeah.
So, just do a good job on the parks this summer. I think we're ready and see where it takes us.
Okay. All right. And Fire, Mr. Abner.
No report, Mayor.
Okay, sir. All right. I'll entertain a motion then to, any other announcements before we go on? Anybody? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then we also had a work session, I think March 26th work session. I need a motion to approve those minutes.
Moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. Committee reports. Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
No report, Mayor.
Police Chief Don Combs.
Thank you, Mayor. As I mentioned, the Board of Works meeting, we have our bicycles, we had those maintenance, and we're gonna go out as soon as warm weather stays here, and are full and heavy, so you'll see them out there on patrol in the evenings as well, and during the daytime. We have a ride coming up, not really a ride, it's Cincinnati, the Sunny Kim ride. So I'm gonna send my motorcycle officers there in Cincinnati in May.
Okay.
To honor him. That's May 18th. We performed, or the school performed some Alice drills last week, all 4 of our schools, just to keep you up to date on that. And they tested the alarm systems that we have. That goes over out on radios, and everything worked very well. Plus, we have some scenarios that we did for the schools, getting some guy out there just along the fence, and the teachers and everybody did a really good job on getting the kids back in. So everything's going really well. It's school security.
Good.
Just want to bring that up. And also, we've been meeting, and I've been conversing with Logan Lawrence on the LS car show coming up soon. We're going to have another meeting. I think it's this week or next week. I think it's next week. On it, just to get everything final. Everything's going good with it. It's just getting bigger each year, which is a good thing. So I think everything will fall into place. So, other than that, that's all I have.
Amazing to me what he's gotten done remotely.
I know.
Up at school. He's done a good job. All right. Ain't nothing else?
That's all I have, Mayor.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
Yeah, all the council's got a copy of the statistics for the month of March.
All righty. City Court, Judge Johns.
Thank you, Mayor. In the month of March, the Lawrenceburg City Court had 311 cases filed. The local disbursements received through judgment totaled in the month of March of $16,725.35. County disbursements $13,007.50. State monies received were $17,562 for a total monies received through judgment in the month of March of $47,294.85. This brings us a year-to-date total of cases filed of 851 and a total amount of money received by the city court through judgments were at $120,145.85. Further, this month we were contacted by the city of Morris Hill. I believe they want to pursue an interlocal agreement to use our court for ordinance enforcement. I believe really kind of in the inquiry phase, so I think they want to meet with the court and ask us how we operate, and then I believe the idea is they'd be then contacting Mr. Wellens' office to negotiate an interlocal.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. New business. Mr. or Miss is gonna do it? All right, Kim. Speedway 47025 nights.
Thank you. We are here tonight to chat with you about once again offering the 47025 nights at the races to local citizens. These nights have become staple events each year, with hopefully 2019 being the 8th year in a row we've been able to partner with the city of Lawrenceburg and offer this to the community. In your packets, we've chosen 3 events which should fall on the same weekends as last year, May 11th, July 6th, and August 17th. And all of those are events where an individual can present a valid driver's license or a state ID and receive free general admission for themselves and the children. And that's if they have the 47025 zip code on their address.
What were the dates again, Kim?
May 11th,
Okay.
July 6th, and August 17th.
Okay.
And then we, of course, promote these nights, radio, social media, print, website, through our mass email system, as well as we do a lot of designated Google ads specifically within Lawrenceburg in a 10-mile radius. And then really everything is exactly the same as the last 7 years. So we were here to ask for your blessing and approval to be able to offer that to the community once again.
Any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the 3 dates specified for 47025 night at the Speedway.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all you do over there. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for all you've done.
Thank you. All right, the next one is the St. Lawrence Panther Prow 5K Run and Walk. I met with Mr. Wagner. This is a first-time event, and he'd like to have this on, it's going to be like the first Saturday after they go back to school, and it's a fundraiser for the St. Lawrence School phys ed department. Wants to have it up here on the trail. He's got a registration template already to go out and everything. He just wanted to get our approval early so he can start going after sponsors and things like that. He's hoping to make this a annual event, so I told him I'd look for approval from you guys for them to carry on this event.
So you think that's probably going to be on August 3rd?
Yes, he said August 3rd, 2019, 8 a.m. Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve it.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. You also have a list of the donation committee requests in your packet. I would entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. And one thing I wanted to do, Maxwell, they couldn't be here tonight to give us a Civic Park update, so we have our, well, it's a weekly meeting actually, but had it, last Wednesday? I think it was the last time we met. Everything right now is, as you can see, is looks to be on target for the date that they're looking to. We're looking for a June 1st grand opening, but should be sometime in May that you'll see completion. I think there were people working over there this weekend. I drove by Saturday and Sunday, and people were over there. It's on time, on budget. I walked through today because we just were addressing an issue, and if you get a chance, stop and get a hard hat over there, but if you take a walk through, it's pretty neat sight from being on the property. So, any other questions I can answer, I'd be happy to. I think the last piece will be when they start putting the sod down on the green space. So they were over doing the pavers today around the water feature. So everything's going well. So I just wanted to give a quick update on that. Any other new business, guys?
I have one.
Sure.
I know it's not on the agenda, but I spoke with some city officials from Greendale the last couple of days. The Greendale Cemetery entrance on Nowlin is in bad repair, needs to be repaired. And they've got a price to fix it around $17,000. And they were wondering if we might be interested in helping them out with that. I think it's only fair. I mean, there's a lot of us, we're all going to use it one of these days too.
Well, I was asked late last year if we would be interested in maybe going half with them.
Yeah.
And I told them that they need to come and tell us what they need. I mean, because just can't go on we need to know what they're asking for. That we would bring it forward to you guys. There is money that was put in the budget for that, just in case it would come forward, so we could capture it. But I don't know what that cost. You heard it.
They were asking
17,000.
Well, yeah, they were asking for around 8,000.
Okay.
They said that the total cost was 17,400 or something.
Okay.
Like that. If you want to look into that,
I can reach out to Mayor Weiss and say, hey, can you get us something in writing so we can.
Okay.
We'll get it to you guys at the next meeting and then to look at. That's sufficient.
That's good.
All right, we can do that.
Thank you.
You bet. Any other new business? Greendale. All right. Any old business?
I got some old business.
All righty.
I walked through the park today, and I just hate to put a damper on this meeting, but I got something that's got me aggravated. We got a park going on, and we got redevelopment that I feel like's dragging her feet. We've got two buildings, they're prime buildings. I know there's people interested in them. I would like an update on where we're at with it, because I didn't like some comments I heard. Are we engineering, and are we going to do work on the row house?
We're not doing any work.
Can I have an update from Brian?
I received an update from RC Engineering, which is the specifications for the row house wall, which now we can go out and get some cost estimates for that repair.
I sit in meetings and I listen to a fellow that I'm just dying to hear a presentation from for at least 6 or 8 months, and all he wanted was to try to negotiate and for us to get out of his way. Now, I don't understand why we are even thinking about that building. Whole thing.
First of all, he asked us to get that. In addition to that, I've provided him with a template of cost information for him to supply to the board so that we can know what his request is in writing, and I haven't received that.
Tony asked for that, Paul.
Look, guys, we had a window of opportunity here to develop this park and these buildings, and now what we're doing is we're going to complete this park, and we've got 2 empty shells that we've just missed timing on, and it's gone. And I know how hard people have been trying, and I talk to people all the time. I hear it. I know a little bit about this, and we've blown it. I mean, I want to see at the next redevelopment meeting, I want to see the people, I thought they had a vote, and I thought we were dealing with the Rizzos to try to make a deal happen so they could get started. Where's that? We should be working on both of these buildings right now, or those two people should have made a presentation in redevelopment, and this group that I have faith in should have voted no or yes. There's no reason why we haven't, something needs to be done here. We paid out and we did all this for RSVPs, and now what are we waiting on? These guys need to get in here, so what I'm doing is I'm complaining about redevelopment. Now, I know I got people sitting right here, but I need it, and I need to know, and I want to move. Now, I've heard so many times, and I get sick of it. Paul, you got to get used to it. This is government. Well, I'm sorry. I'm part of the government, and I never did move like this. Never did. I don't like it. We should have been working on these things. These things should have been timed. We know this. So what are we going to do to catch up? That's a question I'm asking tonight.
Well, let me address what I know about the row house deal. We've asked for a cost estimate from him. We have not gotten anything from him that I'm aware of. I have not seen anything. I don't know if redevelopment's seen anything. We have not gotten anything from him.
I got a
Paul.
question for that.
Yes.
Why do we need a cost estimate from him? Why do we need anything about this thing?
Well, what we needed was what's his project? What's his ask? We didn't know what it was. Nobody knows.
I witnessed him in a meeting 2 months ago say that he would like to bring in, he wanted to deal with us in a public meeting. He came in, he wants to make a presentation.
We haven't seen it.
Who are you referring to?
Tony Shroud.
Say that again.
Tony Shroud. I don't know how you spell his last name.
I know he's interested, and I know he's about ready to walk away, and if he does, I want it to be because of a vote.
Well, I'll just reiterate, I have been in contact with him. I've asked him specifically for the cost estimate for his build-out so that we know what our contribution may or may not be in that particular deal. I have not received that. And so it's my impression that the best way we could proceed is to have factual, concrete numbers from a potential developer before we enter into an agreement. And I have not received that.
Are we designing and are we going to put something out for bid on that wall?
Like I said, we just received back. If you remember, about a month ago, after we got the bids back on reconstructing the current wall in its current state, we decided to change course or offer another opportunity, which would be to redesign and reconstruct that wall with the integrity and reinforcement to allow park access in or out through that wall, i.e. garage doors and new windows sort of thing. We received that back late last week. I've been in touch with him today. So now we have the documentation that we can go out for cost estimates so we can compare the reconstruction of that wall as opposed to the rebuilding of that wall. And that was the direction of the board.
And you've been working with Tony as far as what he would,
Tony was in contact with Phil Savage at RC Engineering and described to him his concept so that we were on the same page. And ideally, that concept would work for any developer who ultimately would provide an opportunity for the city. So that's where that's at. And I, too, wish things would have gone faster.
What can I say? I ain't happy, and I don't buy into what I've just been told.
I'm not so sure we're being told. Maybe we got to have everybody in the same room because we get told the same things at the same time. Because Sounds like you may be getting told something, he's getting told something, and it's not the same.
I love it. I mean, all I want's somebody in there working, or I want somebody in here making presentations. You know, I think things are just not happening the way they should.
Well, I'd like to continue that. Now we're off of that one. What about the firehouse? Why is that deal not done?
I have extended an offer that they did not respond to in the terms that I suggested, so we will have to invite them back for another discussion.
See, here's the whole concept that I just ain't grasping. I've been watching this a long time and all the dealings. First of all, I don't like executive sessions on either one of these projects because it ain't no big secret. Ain't no big secret at all. City's money. If we're going to give them money, I say if they want to deal with us, they should come up, and I know that both of them are. They're willing to sit here at this podium and deal with the people that we have on redevelopment. Now, I don't know of any redevelopment person that knows about the offer and how he hasn't got back to you. Do you guys know what the deal's going? Because what I heard is you wanted Brian to work out a deal and bring it back. I don't know that anything's been brought back. I would really love it if the dealings were done right there at that podium. I dealt with redevelopment for a long time. I never, ever didn't deal with them unless I was at that podium. And I don't think, right now I'm talking about anybody that walks in this room, I don't think it's right at all for us to have an executive session because there is no secret at all here what we're trying to do. And I'm not ashamed a bit of making that decision. I've heard it from all the people, and I know we got things coming up, but this group has made some good decisions. That park is a good decision. We knew when we built that park, we had to do some things around it. I would love to see no more executive sessions. Get these people in here to where the people can deal with them. And I don't want it happening later. I want it done, and I want to see either, if you guys ain't happy with it, vote no. But we put an RSVP out for a reason. And we got a park going that's going to be done. And this park isn't a seasonal park. We're going to use this thing all year long, so we need to get moving on a few of these buildings, especially that row house. There's a lot of work to be done on that wall. We need to put it in somebody's hands and at least get that wall done.
I think that's what we were just talking about tonight, though.
What we're talking about is us putting some stuff out for bid. That's what gets my ears banging.
The wall was it.
I thought we made a vote on the wall. We said that wall could be done for what, $280,000, and I thought as a group, y'all decided we're not doing the wall. We're going to get it in somebody else's hands.
But that's, I think that's where the distinction is between what you're being told by the developer that you're talking about and what they're being told by the developer, because it's not adding up. That's why we'll get them all in the same room and figure it out.
If we would have made a decision on a developer, that wall would have been done already.
Not if you can't come together on a price for the whole project.
Let's get him in here.
That's what I agree. I agree with that.
January, February, March, April, May, June. We've had plenty of time to get these people in here. That's all I'm going to say. I voiced my opinion. It doesn't need to be talked about anymore. I want it, and I want them people in here making presentations. I'm disappointed in redevelopment for the way the executive sessions and things. That's not the way this should have been handled. That's all I got to say.
All right. Any other old business? Entertain comments from the audience? Yes, sir?
I didn't want to bring this up in the Board of Works meeting, but there's a concern with the people that own the house that Buck lived in next door to the new park.
We were over there with them today.
Okay, you talked to them already?
Yes.
Because they was a little bit worried about, they have dogs and kids and everything, and they don't want people in their yard. So is there, they just wanted to see if there's any chance that the city could put a fence on one side, they'll take it from there, just to keep people out of the yard, or did they say anything to you about that?
No, this was totally different.
Okay, well, I'll let.
That wasn't brought up at all, and she was in my office at 9 o'clock this morning.
Okay, well.
That was not brought up.
I'll leave that up to you.
Well,
She was like,
I'm sure
she just wanted to keep people out of her yard and everything else, so.
Well, I know, there's a couple other things that due to the construction that had to be taken a look at, so
Well,
that's why we met.
she
We met with them.
Yeah, she mentioned that too, but that's,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. I'll ask her about that too, because I did not hear one thing about that.
She's man enough, she'll take care of that.
Oh, she'll tell you. She'll tell you.
All right.
She'll tell you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. I just want to bring you up that I should have brought this under old business, but we had talked about making sure that Hagford knows about the race dates and all that stuff from the last meeting. That's been taken care of, and we're working on getting this playground committee together to start on the second piece of Ludlow Hill Park. So you guys, that carry over from last meeting. All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Well, Mayor, I'm glad you're doing that, because I've been telling everybody you're gonna do
Yeah.
that.
What's that?
He's a spark plug.
Yes.
Committee.
Yeah.
Paul. Doing good. How you doing today?
Tony?
Oh man, she's a wild one.
How are you?
All righty.
Tired again. How you doing?